Yeah, live streaming isn't available right now. YouTube, y'all might be sucking. We'll see. What's up,
Oh,
Periscope?
no.
Oh my God. YouTube
Hang
down
tight.
again.
Hang tight. Live streaming isn't available. Oh, now it's picking up a feed. Let's see. This might end up being a Twitter exclusive.
Ooh.
Oh. I think we're going live on YouTube.
Oh, there we are.
I think it actually finally went live. There we go.
Yes,
Sweet.
it did. Yes, it
Sweet.
did.
What's up, YouTube, as well? Looks like Litecoin Lisa was first in the chat. Congratulations, Lisa. You are incredibly fast.
I was second.
I'm impressed. Mitch is second. Mitch is always second.
Right?
He tries
Always
to be
second.
first, never
Nah.
first.
Gotta be second.
Oh, I'm here, and I must have my own speaker going because I'm listening to us talking. Or am I hearing an echo from one of you guys?
It's
No,
an
not
echo
me.
from mine.
Definitely not
I
me.
gotta.
Oh, yeah, Mitch. Of course.
That's mine. I gotta turn the.
I should have known it was Mitch.
I gotta mute it somehow. How do you mute it?
I don't know, but if they listen
I'll
to it
just turn the
twice,
volume all the way down. There we go.
There we go.
I got it now.
Sweet.
Just turn the volume all
Sweet.
the way down. Fuck it.
So we'll just pretend that we just went live. Everybody's just seeing us for the first time. What's up, everybody?
Holy
Welcome
P.
back to the Crypto Campfire podcast for about the first time in a while. It's been a while. What's up, guys? Mitch,
Months.
Eli.
It has.
It's
Hey,
good
how's
to
it
have
going,
you.
guys?
What's up?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
How many
Thanks for
months
joining
has
us
it been?
tonight. Shit.
Too many.
Yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
couple months since we've been really active. I'm still down here in Florida working, and the professor's been buried in his stuff that he's been doing, and it's just been, oh my God, it's just been crazy. So I'm really psyched and pumped up, ready to get back into the swing of things, get some episodes going on. And I think for the rest of the year, we're going to do live streams every Thursday. And then work on pumping out some of our older content that we haven't released yet between now and say the first of the year. Hopefully we can get all that caught up, and then say the first of the year, we'll probably start our normal regimen of 2 episodes or so a week, but still like to continue doing a Thursday live stream.
Oh, yeah. We've got
Yeah.
how many, like 20, 30 episodes, I think, right now to release. So we've got quite a few that we haven't been slacking off on the recording side. We've been slacking off on the editing side. So we've got all kinds of content headed your way. We just got to get it put out there. It's going to be the Clint Westwood special because there's going to be a very, very minimal editing on the majority of this content. So we can just put it out there. So the majority of you all who are listening will be excited about that, because that's all I hear ever is don't edit the shit, just put it out. So
Just put it out,
here
right?
you go. Here you go.
Raw and real.
Unfiltered.
Oh, yeah,
Raw and unreal. Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Unreal.
last time I spoke to you guys, it was at the beginning of the whole COVID situation. So
Mhm.
a lot of things have changed since then. A lot,
You were not
Well, a lot
kidding.
of things have changed and then came right back to where they were. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting cycle for the next few months. But let's not talk about COVID tonight. Let's keep this fresh
Oh,
and
come
let's keep
on.
this light.
Come
We're
on.
going to set some ground
Well, I was
rules right
referring
now.
to
No
Bitcoin
political
price.
talk
I
and
was
no
referring to the
COVID
Bitcoin
talk.
Bitcoin price. So it went to
yes,
zero, right?
16,454 right now.
Nice.
Loving
Nice.
it. Loving it.
So let's talk about wildflowers, Eli. Is that about your most
what's
favorite thing
up?
to take pictures of, or you got something that you like better than
I mean, I'm an outdoors guy, so for whatever reason, I started picking up on flowers. As funny as that sounds, but wildflowers. Um, Whenever I go on a hike, I love to just take pictures of anything. I'm not sure if Mitch, if you've seen the wildflowers that we have around Florida, throughout the highways, like, there's signs that say don't mow, wildflower area, stuff like that.
No, I haven't
So
ran
those,
across too many of them. I just pretty much see palm trees when I drive, and highway and brake lights and traffic. Oh my God. I'm in Orlando, right? And it's like this spider web of roads, and you could take 10 different highways and end up in the same freaking spot. It just blows my mind. Driving down here, if it wasn't for navigation, I'd like never leave the house.
yeah, it sounds like Orlando. Sounds like Orlando, definitely.
Brutal. Just brutal.
Here
So
in
about the
Miami, you
wildflowers.
just so yeah, for whatever reason, started going more and more outdoors, and I just caught an interest in taking those pictures of the wildflowers. Especially now that I upgraded my iPhone recently, so it was one of those, I guess, just weird hobbies you just pick up. I guess the older you get, the more mature your hobbies become.
Oh, you get soft. Don't kid yourself. It ain't maturity. It's just you get soft.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly
like
it.
I had
And
a
honestly,
I had
it
a
definitely
friend
is.
of mine that he got excited about him getting a new vacuum. I was like, what happened to getting excited about the Xbox or stuff like that? Like where is time going, you know? But yeah,
It's flying, man. It's flying.
it is flying. It is flying.
So
But yeah,
let's go back a little bit, Eli. When you were doing some of those food drives and putting together meals and stuff for homeless people, are you still pursuing that? Is that still something that you were able to like keep going, or is it something you plan on doing another round of with funds that have been accumulated for such?
well,
Or
this month actually, funny that you ask, we'll be doing one, but it's gonna be a small one, just because of the either funds and time. I'm gonna be doing breakfast for about maybe 25 people.
okay,
But it's not like, it's not like any, just breakfast. I have a friend of mine who's a chef at a resort. He's gonna be cooking the breakfast, and we're talking about maybe, a couple of fruits, oatmeal, eggs, sausage links, stuff like that, and those hard containers, takeout meals and stuff like that. We're gonna do 25 with the funds that I've gotten from donations from individuals like you guys and others, which I appreciate that. Uh, the first round I did 50 bags. The second round I went ahead and did 100 bags. So we've helped a total of 150 individuals, and then with whatever extra money we had left, random individuals, I'll just buy them lunch, for no reason. It's just any person I see on the street, I'll just go ahead, buy them lunch, and that's it. Don't
now
even ask them, hey, do you want it?
have you started any kind of a any kind of a wallet or any kind of a specific place where people can donate either funds or crypto that you use to purchase
Um,
these things? Or
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and after this, I can set up a Litecoin wallet, just because the fees on Litecoin are, very minimal.
yes, of
Um,
course.
it's
Yeah,
one of the
right.
best cryptocurrencies to, if I want to go ahead and, exchange to fiat. Not many people want to say that, but Litecoin's accepted in a lot of places, so um, it's one of the best things out there, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
In
It's
order to get
fast, it's
this, I've
cheap.
been Exactly. And I've also been trying to working on my nonprofit, but I want to be the first crypto owning nonprofit, to get going, meaning only take crypto donations and convert them somehow into fiat or whatever the case might be. Get a BitPay account, for the nonprofit, and just do the purchases for anything that I have to do like that.
Or you could
One of
also I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you could also convert that and put your crypto funds into, like, say, the Fold app, into an application that allows you to transact and purchase, you know, or have those crypto funds put into, say, an MCO card, for example. So now you have the power of crypto that you've accumulated by donations and able to use that to purchase your stuff without having to convert to cash. That, I mean,
Yeah,
that's the whole idea, is to try and get out of this cash society, get out of this old system, and by using the new system more and finding ways around the old system without having to convert. Why convert when we can use?
yeah, exactly. No, and I agree with you. I did sign up, funny enough, for the Coinbase card. I got on the waiting list about a week ago. That's probably another route I'll take too. Because again, like I said, I don't really buy any crypto on Coinbase directly. I use it more as an off ramp. If I
Sure.
could, I would use CoinFlip more often. Shout out to CoinFlip. I'm actually wearing one of the shirts.
Nice.
But yeah, like I said, it's one of those things I'm working on. Like I said, I want to be the first only nonprofit crypto only, and to help out other individuals. And one of the names that came to mind when I've been doing all of this, brainstorming and all of this, it's going to be more human, with the Bitcoin sign as the be more human, and it's going to be
Cool.
for just a
Nice,
bunch of other
nice.
things. I was actually going to, throw out a poll on Twitter and see for Christmas whether I should help out more of the homeless people, or this time around do a round for the kids at the St. Jude's Hospital that we have here in South Florida, and just donate toys to them. But at the same time, I got to see how that plays out with the whole COVID thing, because I don't know if they want strangers, coming out to their, facility, if they're not, family or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, that changes things. There's certainly a lot of different protocols in place that make it harder to do some of those things that were just so easy before. It wasn't such a big deal to take a truckload of toys to a place before, and now it's a whole different thing. Now you got to sanitize everything. Everything is just so much different. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. There's definitely a lot of people that are really trying to find more ways to get involved and do that during these times. So hats off to you for pushing through and making sure that you find ways to make that happen. And it'll be interesting to see how other people play that out as well.
Yeah. And, I want to take this time and give a shout out to, Benza, obviously, Paulie, Mitch, yourself, Becca, Lisa, a lot of individuals that, donated, Johnny Litecoin, who else? I mean, there's so many individuals, other individuals that, they don't want to be named. They just want to stay anonymous. Shout out to them. I don't like to take all the credit. Like I said, when I do these things, I just go do my thing and, walk out. I don't really like to take pictures, post them up on social media, stuff like that. It's just one of those things, you just do it and, move on with your day. Not really looking to get extra credit or anything like that of that sort, or followers from this. So it's just, trying to be the positive change that we all speak of.
Right. And live by the actions. Lisa said if you need any help with that nonprofit, to let her know. She's really good at nonprofit. She's been a nonprofit for quite a few years, so she's got a lot of experience with that.
All right, definitely. Yeah. I'll definitely send her a DM. Thank you, Lisa.
So now there's giving meals to the homeless, and then there's trying to cook meals in Yellowstone Park in the hot springs. So I, as most of you know, live like an hour from Yellowstone National Park, and I every summer get to enjoy the countless news articles of people thinking it's okay to go like 10 feet away from the bison and take pictures and wonder why they get attacked. Well, most recently, the news article was 3 visitors were banned from Yellowstone after cooking chickens in a hot spring. So these people hiked like 8 miles and canoed across a lake to a hot springs to cook chickens in the hot springs, and then they all got arrested. So like,
oh my God, that's genius though. Let's go cook some food in a hot spring. We'll just boil it to death.
Yeah, right. Like,
don't mind the chemicals that come from it. Don't worry about those.
Yeah, no. That's what Rhonda said too. Is just like, can you imagine there's so much sulfur in those things? Plus,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Sulfur, right?
There's sulfur. There's all kinds of chemicals in hot springs. If I'm not
and
mistaken.
bacteria and all kinds of stuff that live in there. Who knows? Not something you want to eat on your chicken.
Dude,
it's not the right kind of gravy.
That'd be crispy as shit, though.
Speaking of gravy, are you guys excited for Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah. I've got 2 turkeys in the freezer already. So
are you deep
it's gonna be a pre-Thanksgiving? No, it's gonna be the oven. Classic old school oven roasted turkey.
This Thanksgiving is gonna be interesting for me. So yeah.
I'm not sure exactly. You are always welcome to come have Thanksgiving in Montana, my friend.
I know, right? Yeah, no, I'm not sure what it'll probably be one of those big man TV dinners. Right?
I mean, you're welcome to come to Miami if you're still in Florida.
I know, right? I have so many friends and family saying, come on over. So it's kind of like, we'll see what happens.
You're gonna do one of those like bar hop Thanksgivings, except for friends and family's houses.
I might. Who knows? Do it. I'm not that much into bars though, man.
Well, not with a bar, but just friends' houses.
Ask Clint Westwood or ask anybody that at the meetups. Mitch drinks 2-3 beers. He's good.
No, you don't drink. It's just the same thing as bar hopping, but you just hop around to other Thanksgiving dinners.
Oh, I got you. Because everybody puts their spreads out, right?
Yeah, you stay up in the fucking morning and you have like some cookies and some snacks, and somebody will probably make you some bacon or biscuits and gravy. I guarantee it. And then you move on to lunch and you've got some cheese and some meat. There's probably pie out by this point. Somebody's left the pies out. Maybe they didn't leave the knife out, but you can find one. You'll get into the pie one way or the other. By the time evening rolls around, yeah. And then at the end of the day, you find a couch to lay on. You wake up in the morning, you start over again. Leftovers last 3 or 4 days. You've got a week taken care of, no problem.
Nice.
Man,
sounds like you've done this before.
making?
I actually haven't, but it sounds like a good idea.
What is Rhonda
What?
making?
Yeah, what is
as far
Rhonda
as,
making? I'm sure she has some
what is she baking?
cotton candy
That's what I
on the
want to
side.
see.
What is? So I don't even know. We've
What is she
collected a lot of
baking, or what are you
supplies.
getting baked on?
I guarantee you, it's going to be like 10 times more epic than last year because okay. So let's just put it this way: the thing that she put together for Mitch for a Christmas present was fucking incredible. Like this huge tin full of like all these candies and everything. And I still have your elk in my freezer, by the way, with your name on it. But
What elk?
and it never got shipped because I'm absolutely horrible as a person. And so this year, because I am terrible, she is going to make up for that, and she is making some pretty incredible things, and I think the box is going to be amazing. So
wait, what are you saying? I'm getting a badass Christmas gift this year.
Well, maybe, or you might just get a really badass one next year. I don't know. I still have to ship it. I mean, we got another barrier to get over. Don't you worry.
Mitch is gonna have to come all the way out there just to get his box. I see it now.
Hey, there you go. Maybe that's the plan all along. I'll just leave it here, and you have to come hunting. I still haven't even bought my hunting licenses, to be honest with you. We're 2 weeks deep, 3 weeks deep into hunting season. I haven't even bought my hunting licenses, and I've never done that. I've always been out on opening day. Even if I had to work that day, I was out at 4 a.m. on the mountain for at least 2 hours before I could get back to work. So
how's your season up there in Montana? Because over here in Florida, we're about to open. I think rifle season just started. Because we do it like, bow season first, and then it's rifle.
Right. Yeah. Same here. We got a couple. There's like a month. Bow season is in like August and September. Then October, usually the last week of October, rifle season starts, and that goes until most of the way to the end of November. So I still got a couple weeks left. And then around where I'm at, there's a weapons restriction area kind of in the town area where I can use, you can use a bow or a muzzleloader, that kind of stuff for whitetail all the way through February. And there's a few areas that I've got an extended season on elk until February too. So lots of opportunities, lots of shoulder seasons, things like that. And it's my oldest's first year to get out. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to hit some places and kind of show them the ropes a little bit.
Yeah. I can't wait to see those pictures.
Oh yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah. Down here, what I'm trying to do is trying to go python, like hunting, since those they're a nuisance down here.
Oh really?
And they're very invasive. So you're allowed to catch them. And then I believe the tag on one of those is 125, and then per foot it's 25 or $50 after that. So
crazy.
What is it?
And they get up to pythons, Burmese pythons.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's something hopefully you'll guys see down the pipeline on Twitter.
That'd be sweet. That's something I never even considered. I knew there was some fun shit down in Florida, but I never thought about python hunting.
You ain't catching me hunting no damn snake. Are you crazy? Come on. Shit.
I'm just picturing the movie Anaconda right now.
Right? No, I mean, come on.
I know they're not even close. I love snakes though, so I wouldn't be worried about it. But
I have a hard time.
I just picture that we would.
Boar. Yeah, those two. That's fun. Also,
you're probably more in danger from a boar than you are from a python.
Have you ever hunted coyote?
Coyotes? No.
That's weird because it's when you hunt coyote,
it's like shooting a puppy.
You become the bait, right? You're what they're hunting, so you're actually being hunted to hunt them. It's freaky. It really is because they can see you and you can't see them. So that's weird shit.
Yeah, coyote hunting's weird. It's one of those things where I don't end up doing much of that because it's I usually hunt for meat. You can't eat a coyote. You could eat a coyote, but I'm not going to shoot a coyote because I'm not going to eat it. So
Lisa asked, do you eat snake? Do you eat the snakes?
Me personally, I do not. No reptiles. The only one that I eat personally is alligator.
Okay.
Tastes like chicken.
If you get a python, I want you to freeze it up, send it up here.
Chicken.
I'll pay you for it. We'll give it a shot.
Man, I heard it's very, very tough meat.
Yeah, it's probably not so great.
I mean, they're just. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind sending it to you. Barbecue it. That's mine.
Yeah,
that's
you smoke that shit.
Barbecue it. Make some jerky out of it. If it's gonna be that tough.
There you go. Jerky. Python jerky.
Make some boots out of them.
Oh man,
python skin.
You should see the boots they make out of gators down here, and the belts and the wallets, bracelets.
Yeah, there's an industry for it, isn't it? It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm one of those that I don't like. to trophy hunt. You know, like I said, I like to hunt for meat. So I've never been too into that, but I also am not a huge like major, you know, opponent of it necessarily. But I hunt for meat. I don't hunt for antlers and stuff like that. So much more.
Yeah, it's similar to me. I fish for sport. All my catches are, catch and release.
Yep. Yeah, I see that. I like
So
that way.
I don't really like hurt any of the fish that I, fish.
Yep.
I mostly use artificials, so they're not swallowing any hooks. Usually when I try to release them, I don't just throw the fish like a lot of people do. I try to, put water through the gills, give them a good recovery. And I
Yeah, I
try
saw
to
you
get
posted a
like my
video on Twitter that one
release.
time. You like getting that one little, I can't remember what it was, but a little bass or something.
Yeah, peacock bass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I, try to give the most, I guess, majestic release that you can think of
That's
after
a good
putting
term.
it through
I like
that
that term.
stress. So I get told to do that. Go like you're the fish whisperer, but I'm not. Just trying to return it as peacefully as
just
I
trying not to
can.
be a dick, man.
Yeah, that's all.
Lisa, that's a good question. Eli, are you going to turn your flower photography into NFTs?
No, but I am actually gonna make my fishing
Nice.
pictures into NFTs. The
That's
fish
a
that
good
I usually
idea.
catch have like vibrant colors, so I'll be taking close-ups of their, fish scales and stuff like that.
Sweet.
Um, my favorite fish, like again, it's the peacock bass. They're not from Florida or Miami. They're originally from Brazil. So they brought them over here. Fish and Wildlife brought them over here to Florida back in the 80s to eat all the carps and all the invasive fish that people were letting go from their aquarium. And you know, they just grew from there and they became a sport fish. And Brazil, they get up to 30, 25 pounds. Over here in Miami, the biggest one has
Wow.
been
Damn.
the biggest one in Miami has been, I think, 8 pounds. So it's nothing like the Amazon fish, of course. But
Still though, I bet
you
it's
know,
fun. Bass are always fun to catch though.
yeah, I mean, if you think largemouth puts up a fight, this puts up 10 times that much of a fight
Nice.
because,
Really?
That's crazy.
largemouth, yeah, they're fun to catch, but they're lazy fish. Once they get over 8 pounds, they don't really put up much of a fight. It's just, big flab, like fat fish. The peacock bass, it's all muscle. So anything over 1 pound, it's like you're fighting a little 10-pound fish. They put up such a great fight.
Huh.
It's, down here, that's a big industry, peacock bass fishing. It's one of the things that moves the economy down here a lot, or just fishing in general. But freshwater fish, not nobody like people come to Miami to get largemouth, but they want to come for the peacock bass. It's one of those things. If you look up on YouTube, it's a lot of people come for that, and they'll tell you it's one of the best fighting fish out there. It's one of the best game fish too. I've never ate them personally, but supposedly they're good eating. But I wouldn't know. Again, catch and release.
So, really, really important question here, Eli. What do you wash first when you shower?
Oh, yes. Yes, yes.
Shit.
I've been dying to hear this one.
Well, fuck.
You're like, do I want to answer that?
I wash first in the
I
shower.
mean, I'm not gonna lie in my ass for sure.
Wash it
Like,
first, last, in the
yeah,
middle.
Is that because of dire
for
need,
sure.
or is it just out of like entertainment, or like, I mean,
I don't know. I just think it's a habit,
don't
honestly,
answer
to
that,
be honest
please. I
with
don't
you.
want to know.
I was
It's
always
just
taught you wash from the top down.
It's
You're
just because
supposed to
mom
wash your
always
hair
said, "Wash
first.
your ass," and so you just wanted to make damn sure you didn't screw up.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh man, I
That's a
wasn't
good
expecting
one.
that one.
Me
That's a good
either.
one.
I love it. I
That's
love
a
it.
good one.
So
Oh
what do you
man,
wash first,
I don't know.
Professor?
Honestly, my hair, because I've got this shampoo that's got like caffeine and menthol in it. It smells really
Okay.
good, so I'm digging it.
No, no.
Oh man, I have a funny story in regards to that. So I use this menthol shampoo for my head because I like that feeling of the freshness and stuff like that. So we went on a family getaway for the weekend up in Hollywood Beach. That's a couple of minutes, like 45 minutes from here. So like everybody started showering. We all had like one shower. I went first, got out. People started showering, so everybody's like, by the way, is that body wash that you're using in that black bottle? I'm like, no way. It's not body wash. Why? They're like, dude, because the sensation I'm getting like down here, it's just like, intense. I'm like, what do you mean by intense? it's tingling, it's buzzing, it's all of this. And this is like, you know, my girlfriend's dad telling me this, and it's hilarious. We're all cracking up at dinner, and I just couldn't hold it. I was like, no, it's not body wash, it's hair wash. Like, it's literally says it on the bottle. They're like, oh, well, we just assumed there was body wash. I was like, yeah, no. So that we just died of laughter that day, because they all assumed it was body wash, and everybody in the house was just minty fresh all over the place.
Yeah, that's one of those times you shouldn't assume things. It's a learning experience. All right, Eli.
Yeah, next time I'm just gonna.
No, go for it, man.
No, I was just gonna say, just next time I'm just gonna drop some dye color in there, and just everybody's gonna have like pink hair.
Yes. Yeah, you should do that.
So down here in Florida, working on this house, and we have an elevator being put in, right? It's like this cylindrical elevator. It's just a round tube, and it's powered by air. And, you know, it takes the occupant from the first floor to the second floor, whatever. Well, the guy shows up here the other day to work on this thing, and I just sent the professor a picture. This guy is like the spitting image of Mark Wahlberg. I mean, he walked in, and my boss was like, "Fucking Marky Mark's here? What's going on?" You know, it's uncanny how much this guy looked like Mark Wahlberg. So it was pretty fun. And, you know, you start cutting into these trusses, and now all of a sudden we need a steel column, and it's been crazy. And I'm like, one of these days I'm going to get home, you know, but we're just about wrapped up here. But no, the whole thing was the Mark Wahlberg thing. You know, it just blew me away, and how much this guy actually looked like him. I thought it was kind of funny.
So Eli, is there
like
any?
Mark?
No, go for it.
What did you say?
Did he curse like Mark? You know, Mark, he has that tendency to curse.
No, I don't. He doesn't curse as much as I do, so that's not, you know, saying much. But we got the granite going in tomorrow, so that's a big thing. That's kind of cool. I'm excited for that.
You're never
I'll
going
be
to
expecting pictures.
Yeah, right. I posted some on Twitter, and I'll be posting the final pictures hopefully tomorrow afternoon. Once that top goes on, that's like the icing on the cake, you know.
Has anybody like ever like hit you up through Twitter in regards to doing some work for them? Because your work is amazing.
Well, thank you.
That work is impeccable. Like, wow.
Thank you. Actually, I have had a couple of people reach out to me, and, you know, go back and forth. So far, nothing's really came to fruition on that, but I'm all about it, you know. Run the banks, right? So he's
yeah, of course.
Actually has had work like in Aruba last year. It fell through, but he offered for me to come down and work with him there. And so, you know, that'd be kind of kick ass.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
Right now he's in a little hiatus right now, but he's a great guy.
Yeah, for sure. I wait till he gets back. But no, I just I look forward to here in the next year kind of doing a lot more traveling, a lot more travel work, you know, going to try and find different niches, people looking for custom stuff, and just travel there and build it, you know. Be fun. Good times.
Are you willing to take crypto as payment?
Oh, hey, anything spends, right?
No crypto. Mitch doesn't take crypto.
I'd take crypto in a heartbeat. I have.
It's too volatile.
Whatever.
It's criminal money.
Criminal money. Yeah,
It's
dirty.
scam.
It's dirty.
Why
No,
would you touch that
please pay me.
Use the
I
dollar.
heard the next big thing is Dentacoin.
Is it?
Dentacoin.
Dentacoin.
Whatever.
Are they doing like telemedicine for dentistry types? I don't even know what that.
It sounds like
I don't
Dent.
even know.
It sounds like
Probably
Dent
is. It's probably the same coin.
back when John McAfee was promoting Dent.
I totally forgot about Dent as a thing. There's a lot of these coins from like early 2017, late 2017, early 2018 that I should probably go look at some of my old ETH wallets from like way back in the day. There's got to be some. I say way back in the day, but you know, not really.
Like 2 years ago.
Well, like 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah. You know,
Back in the
probably
day
some
for me
things
is
in
like
there.
25, 30 years ago. Back in the day for him is like 3 to 5.
Last week,
Yeah.
maybe a month at most. Yeah. Oh, hey, Benza's here. What's up, Benza?
Yeah.
Yeah. The dragon.
What
Did you
time
see
is it
his
in
dragon?
Australia?
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I did.
Holy
That was
shit.
amazing.
Talk about
Looks like-
NFTs. Like,
Actually, I think Eli was one of the first ones to comment on it.
probably. I was definitely not, because I've been so AWOL on Twitter lately. It's insane. But luckily we got fed some early previews on the progress.
Yeah,
It was
right?
really fun to watch it come together. I'm not gonna lie. That was just, I mean, I don't know. The
I
way
think-
the textures that he achieves with chalk on pavement, like how the fuck do you even do that? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
exactly. That's the reason for my comment. And me personally, I think Benzo should, like, you know, open his own YouTube channel and just do time lapses of him drawing
Oh,
that.
dude, that would be sweet.
You know how many like viewers he would get just from
Yeah.
watching that?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, I'll be one of them, because at 2 a.m, you know, I love to be able to, you know,
We'd have to get
watching-
him. We'd have to get him a big fro and have him talk like Bob Ross.
Yes.
I'm gonna put a little more chalk here, and
Yes.
over here in this spot, I'll put a little bit
We're
of
gonna add
color.
The happy little
We're
tree.
gonna add a
This
little bit
happy
of
little
fire
tree
over
here. Hang on. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit more here. Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh man,
I love
cheers to that.
Happy accidents, my friend. Happy accidents.
it. Mhm.
And then the video of his daughter guiding him on how to draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so cool.
That was adorable.
She's picking up on
So-
everything. She's got some of the stuff that he's posted that she's drawn or created as young as she is. She's got talent too. You can tell it already. So,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, he's talented for sure.
Oh yeah.
Without a doubt.
It's been crazy watching this whole art space blow up on Twitter, because it was a year ago, even though NFTs have been a thing for quite a long time, honestly, and they've been pretty prominent now for 2 or 3 years even. And just this last year with Rareable and you know, Super Rare and Known Origin really kind of blew up over the past 2 years also. And then Rareable this year, of course, and some of the other platforms. OpenSea's focusing on art a little bit more now too, instead of just NFTs. And it's kind of all came out of nowhere and just snowballed this year. It's just this big explosion. Like DeFi and NFTs are like the big things this year, and we all expected DeFi, but I don't really think we expected this explosion in NFTs.
Yeah, I mean, just crypto in general this year has been, you know, blowing up. Nobody was expecting that, especially with the whole, you know, Black Swan COVID
Mhm.
thing that we're all going through right now. So, I mean, more power to it. The more adoption we get, that's the more we're going to see it grow. So, more power to it, you know,
Oh yeah.
in
Oh, yeah.
whatever
Onwards and
shape or
upwards.
form that it comes.
What do you think is
So-
next? What's going to be the big thing next year?
Seems like the digital dollar or some sort of digital currency from the looks of it. A lot of talks from China coming out about digital currencies, or other nations turning into digital currencies. I believe, you know, not to shill any coins or anything like that, but Ocean with some German bank. We have the Japanese bank doing their own yuan. They're already like doing airdrops, which is unheard of. You know, government doing
Mhm.
airdrops. You know, maybe, who knows? Maybe our next stimulus could be an airdrop. Just
Never know. Never know. Yeah, at least
never know.
Uniswap took care of us.
Yeah, there you go. Some of us are
Uh,
going to be very fortunate to get 2 or 3 stimulus, depending on how things go. But
Yep.
you know, I never got into the whole Uniswap thing, so I missed out on that. So
I got lucky because I only got into it because of NFTs. I used it to swap a couple things over and get some Rari and that kind of stuff. And I just got lucky on that. And I happened to have used Uniswap, and I saw everything going on Twitter, and I looked at my account. And I was like, sure as shit, I got my unis. You know,
That's crazy.
sometimes you
Yeah.
luck into it.
yeah, it's one of those things, you know. I mean, hey, the Bitcoin Cash fork is coming up. Maybe I'll get an airdrop from that.
Hey, there you go.
Exactly. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, it would be cool.
Yeah.
I don't have any Bitcoin Cash.
So, all right.
I don't have
so
Bitcoin Cash, but
you see where
Yeah,
we're
same.
at with Bitcoin right now. What's your Bitcoin prediction for Christmas time this year, Eli?
to be honest with you, I probably think we are going to see some sort of correction. Not today or tomorrow, nothing like that, but we definitely got to go through some sort of correction.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, we're up what, almost 127% this year already. So you got to, at some point in time, we have to go down. Whatever goes up must come down. It's obviously logical sense. We're not going to drop, you know, 3,000, nothing of that sort. Possibly, if anything, around the range of, you know, 12,400 up to 13.9, if anything. And then from that, just break through 16 and 17 and see an all-time high by, December again, possibly even January. But the
I
next
think we're
6
gonna
months,
I think we're gonna hit mid 17 right within the next week or so.
oh yeah, definitely. I see that. But like I said, again, we have to go through some sort of correction.
Yes,
It's
yes, we
healthy for
do.
the environment. It's healthy for Bitcoin. That gives us some time to cool off, some sort of, I guess, if you want to call it, accumulation period for those individuals that don't FOMO in. It gives your altcoins a time to pump as well. So a
Right.
lot of
Yeah, I'm
people
looking
that have
forward
been
to
holding
that.
off, yeah. So it's a waiting game. Definitely, crypto has been one of those things where like it makes you wait.
It makes you patient. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's an
and then I've
understatement.
been running. If you will, like a social experiment on one of my accounts where I've been buying like a minimum amount of Bitcoin every Saturday, I believe, on the dot at 12 p.m. as dollar cost averaging $5. And the reason I pick $5 is because every individual in America, I will assume, buys lunch at least once a week. And it's more than $5 for sure. It doesn't matter if you're going to Taco Bell, McDonald's, doesn't matter where you're going, it's going to be more than $5. So if you can spend $5 more than once a week, you can spend at least minimum $5 on Bitcoin. So my end game to this or plan is to show people within a year the amount of money that I have with Bitcoin, doing a dollar cost averaging of $5. Even if it's a $10 gain, you can still see Bitcoin as a store of value, not just something you trade or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I always preach, on Facebook that it's one of those things that I buy to fight against deflation against the US dollar that we're facing. So it's not too late to jump on the wagon, like I tell people, but hey, a lot of individuals didn't want to buy at 3,000 and didn't want to buy now. It's going to be really tough to tell them to buy now.
Yeah.
And once it's at, 100, they're going to wish they bought at 15 or whatever
Right.
the case might be.
Yep. Never hesitate. You gotta continue to just put it in. As far as I'm concerned, I do that kind of same thing. It's like every week, every month, whatever it is, I do what I can to put my amount in for that time period, and then I don't care if it goes up or down after that. It doesn't bother me. It's in my wallet, and I don't worry about it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, we're all in this for the long term. So just, invest and just forget that it's here.
Yep.
Yep. Well, and just learning about it and knowing that it exists and knowing, it's sort of what's going on underneath the hood at a very basic level, just that alone, even if you don't even buy any, is going to be massively beneficial to you in the next 10 years. So,
Oh yeah, of
that
course.
mindset is going to be really critical.
Yeah. I mean, one of my favorite experiences that I've had so far with crypto has been with my dad, getting him to onboard into Bitcoin and, he opened his own BlockFi account and whatnot. That's been one of the best experiences ever. I think last night I was with him and we are just, going over BlockFi and, Bitcoin, this and that. So he looked at his Bitcoin portfolio and he's like, oh my God, what? He goes, I need to invest more into this. So me hearing that come from my dad, it was like, I was so happy. Like I was proud of him, like if he was my kid, but all reality is just, adoption coming little by little. And my dad's way older than all of us here. So it's not about the age. It's just a matter of education. And that's all I see it as,
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. It's like my neighbor. He, he's been trying to buy or wanting to buy Bitcoin for a long time. And he asked me about it all the time for like 2.5 years now. Since not too long after I got into it. He's like, one of these days, I'm going to have you buy me some Bitcoin. And he always says he's going to do it. Well, he finally sold something, I guess, or he had a house for sale. And no, that was before it. I don't know what the fuck happened. But at one point in time, he decided it was time to buy Bitcoin. Gave me $150. We bought him Bitcoin. It was at $8,000. And he asked me all the time, how's this Bitcoin doing? And I'm like, hey, you're up like $50. You're up like $20. But we've never got, he's like, well, tell me when I make my $150 back. And then when I sell my house, that I will buy a bunch more. Okay. So today he asked me again, or not yet today, yesterday, he asked me again. Today I delivered his fucking pictures. We're not even going to go there. My brain is fried. If you can't tell, it's been a really long day. But anyway, he asked me, and he was so excited. He finally made his $150 back. And last week, he finally sold the trailer house that he had just restored and flipping. So hopefully that means on the next dip, whenever that comes, and if you are correct, Eli, at $12,000, he'll be putting a big chunk into Bitcoin. So hopefully that takes care of things. He's not so sure he's ever going to see any profits from it because he's getting older, but he's hoping for his kids. So we'll see.
There you go. And it's another thing that this year, what I'm gonna do for Secret Santa, and I want like a lot of people to do it. Because at the end of the day, let's say whatever, if you do Secret Santa at work or whoever, with friends, buy them a Bitcoin card or a Bitcoin gift card or a Litecoin gift card or something like that. Whatever the amount is of your Secret Santa, $20, $50, $40, whatever the amount is. But just the point is getting to own some bit of crypto. I feel like that's the only way that somebody's going to get involved. Once they own a little piece of the pie, they're going to want more and more of that pie. You know what I mean? Once you get the taste of that, you're going to want more and more.
Exactly. Someone made a comment one time on that and saying that to do that, you're actually projecting your thoughts onto somebody else. And there was back and forth comments on whether that was a good idea or not a good idea to give crypto for Christmas gifts, right? I mean, like somebody that's in crypto would be like, oh, hell yeah, I'll take $10 worth of Bitcoin for Christmas. Thank you so much, but somebody that's not in it, yeah, hopefully it raises some questions, but then again, it might not be something that they really would use. So I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on that too. I think it would be almost to give the crypto and then as well as give them information with it that, okay, so this is what this is, and this is where you can find out more about it. So you're basically giving that to them. It's a paper wallet, right? Is kind of what you're referring to. So you give them that paper wallet, and then they have a means of doing more research based on, okay, I want to see what this is, I don't know, man. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, like sort of like a seed card.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm rambling. Yeah. I'm tired, but
what was that place the company that we met in LA? Like givebitcoins.com or something like that. I don't remember. I think it was Give Bitcoins. Yeah. It's not, they're not obviously not a sponsor, and this is in no way a promo, but I'm trying to remember what they were. They had sort of a time lock situation where you could give somebody like, let's say $100 in Bitcoin, but it was time locked. And so you could set that to expire like on their 18th birthday or when they anticipated graduation time or, something like that. Which was kind of interesting because it gave them Bitcoin, but forced them to hold on to it because it's time locked. So they can't just dump it and collect their $10 or $100 or whatever it is and call it good. So it gives them something to think about that they can't do anything with. They're eventually going to want to learn about it, you'd think. And so, of course, not everybody's going to, but something like that, even if it was, not through that place necessarily, but something like that is kind of a good option too for gifting Bitcoins,
Yeah. Again, this is not advertisement, but I believe Bitcoin Cash did something like this similar in California a couple of months ago as well, where they were leaving QR codes around the city. You scanned them, it would take you to their website, and you would pick up, I think they were doing from anywhere from $25 up to $100 of Bitcoin Cash that you'll be able to pull into your wallet. Just to people, just to get that mass adoption going. They could do whatever they want with it, pay groceries and stuff like that. But again, I'm not 100% accurate if it's Bitcoin Cash, but I think it's something like that. I would have to YouTube it and, give you guys a link in regards to that. But I mean, that's the only way I in my opinion, that we can get individual. Once you own a piece of that pie, you're set, you're hooked.
Pretty much. It doesn't take too long to fall down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Not at all.
And that rabbit hole is deep.
Oh my God. It's deep and
very
it's
deep,
cavernous.
many branches. It's not.
You can go in
either.
Multiple directions.
Some places are soft and bouncy. Some places are really sticky and you can't find your way back out of them.
Okay, we need to change the subject.
I see where your mind is.
I'm going down a bad rabbit hole.
You went down the wrong rabbit hole. You took the wrong turn somewhere.
All right, so let's ask another professor question. I love the professor questions. Yes.
Let's see. Let's do one off the top of my head just to see, because it's probably going to end up being worse. Okay. Nope, I don't got one off the top of my head. All I can think of is replacing body parts, and that's getting old and boring to me.
It is. It totally is.
So let's see. I'm just going to pick a random one off of this list. Do you have a job? Okay, that's not a good question.
No. I got one.
You got a good one? Good, because otherwise I'm just going to have to make one up.
It's not a great one. I mean, it's probably not as good as what you'll come up with, but if you died tomorrow and could come back as anybody in the world, who would it be?
Fuck. If I can die and come back as somebody. To be honest with you,
I'm projecting.
I probably would want to be. Holy shit. Oh man, there's so many individuals that I would want to be, but deep down inside, I would just want to be like, and I know this is gonna sound so cynical, but I would want to get into the minds like of somebody of like Hitler, of why they ever came about and thought that way, you know, because at the end of the day, like, again, I'm not saying this in any way, shape, or form to promote what his ideology was, but he had a huge amount of movement, and when he spoke, he spoke out to individuals with power. Like, he made people want to do things just by his way of speaking. So I just want to see what made him come about to his ideology of that, because it's obviously it's not some way, shape, or form that we're brought up. So I want to see what was it that brought him to that conclusion, because it's crazy.
Well, it's kind of like, trying to figure out why people follow certain cult leaders. What do they have that, draws people in and stuff like that. It falls under the same premise, but no, I could kind of see where you're coming. See, I was Professor, what about you? If you died tomorrow or today and could come back tomorrow as anybody you want, who would it be?
That's a tough question. I kind of like being just me.
Thank you.
No, like
that's what I was looking for, brother. That's what I was looking for.
There's got to be a lot of. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's things that I would like to change, but
sure.
In this, at least in this moment, I mean, some days I would definitely answer a different question, but right now,
yes,
after the last month and a half that I've had, and the revelations that I've come to, I mean, this has been a very enlightening month and a half, even though it's been a very absent month and a half for me. And right now, I'm in a good place.
See, so. and that's what I was looking for, because if you could come back as anybody, you should want to come back as yourself, simply because you already know who you are.
I can't even imagine what sort of shit you'd inherit with, right? Like, fuck you, I don't want your problems. I got my own. Deal with them later.
So to think is, if you died tomorrow and came back and were able to come back as yourself the next day, what would you change about yourself? I think would be the next question to that, right? If you could come back as yourself again, what would you change? What would you learn from that death experience? What would you regret not doing, right? And have that opportunity to do it again for the next 20 years or whatever it is.
That's a long list, I guess, for everybody.
Yeah, I guess for me, for sure, would be listen to my parents, because whatever my parents said, I kind of right? just like, as a kid, yeah, it's not gonna hurt.
Right,
it hurt.
As a kid, we were like, you don't know what you're talking about. So,
yeah, like, don't take off the training wheels from the bike. You're not ready yet. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. Let me do my own thing. I learned my lesson. But yeah, it would probably be that. Obviously, listen to your younger, like, obviously buy Bitcoin.
Yeah, definitely. And
I don't know. It's just,
if I could go back in time.
Yeah, and it's crazy because one of these days, I was watching videos of like the the first days of Bitcoin, like the whole Mount Gox thing, how it started with the magic cards, and all those individuals lost their Bitcoin, and to this day they still haven't gotten their Bitcoin. Just all that crazy stuff. Faucets that used to give out
Faucets.
5 Bitcoins per day. Like
Faucets.
all those individuals, like wow, if I can go back to those days, things would be different, a lot different right now.
Oh yeah. All right,
A
Eli.
whole lot different.
We're getting close to the end of the night here. We've got one more. I don't know if we want to call it a game or an activity or something, but we're gonna have some fun. I want you to complete the
Shoot.
story and see if you can get a 5-minute story out of this for me. All right. You're walking down the street. You run across a gnome carrying a cheese wheel. What happens next?
Hold on, the rum's kicking in. So I'm walking down the street and I see a gnome carrying a cheese
How
wheel.
tall
What
is this
happens
gnome?
next?
Wait, what color is the cheese? And is he wearing a pointed hat or a floppy hat?
Okay, so since we're answering these questions, the gnome is 2 feet 3 inches tall, is carrying a wheel of blue cheese that's about 12 inches in diameter, and he's
Nice.
wearing a hard, pointy, metallic pink hat.
All right,
Good luck.
awesome. So what is he gonna take? Either shrooms or acid next.
This is your story. Those are the only details you get, my friend.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I would go down the rabbit hole. Why not? Let's stick to the story. I would go down the rabbit hole. Why not?
Do it.
Do it. Tell
It's
us the
5
story.
minutes. You got 3
You got
minutes.
5
now.
minutes of
Come on,
story to
let's
come
go.
up with. You run into a gnome carrying a cheese wheel with the following description or the previous description you just heard. What happened?
Yo, man,
You
you got
guys
any
told me-
crackers to go with that cheese? What do you say, man? Let's get some
Yeah,
wine and
you
we'll
guys
sit
told me-
down,
you guys-
have us a little table. Come on, no,
I figured
we'll
your
get
rum
this
would be
set
further
up.
kicked in.
No, the rum's kicking in. Trust me, I'm sweating
Oh, yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah.
AC's blast. It's I'm sitting down to the vent. That's a tough one. Wow,
Need
you
a
guys
little bit of
really,
dialogue to start it. Okay, Mitch, what does the gnome say to Eli when he sees him?
The gnome says, yo, man, you want some cheese?
And I reply with nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese?
But
Man,
he's
this
only got blue
nacho
cheese. So
This
what
is my
happens then?
cheese.
Oh man, blue cheese.
I wish I
about
was
that,
stoned.
guys.
This would be so much funnier.
I'm a little too. That I forgot to mention that too. I took a hit of the bowls before coming on.
Nice. Nice.
Oh,
So, I
Paulie
mean,
man.
only
says you
straight
tell
one
him you
here.
need to
That's
make a bunch of
great.
grilled cheese sandwiches for the homeless
Yeah,
with blue cheese. That'd be unfortunate.
right.
But hey,
Hey,
it's
that's
food.
not a bad idea actually. Grilled cheese with tomato bisque.
There you
That's
go.
not a bad idea actually.
No.
No,
Especially
easy.
now that winter is coming.
Yes. Cost effective,
That's
easy.
that's
Do it.
easy. Yes, exactly. Not a bad idea.
See? The gnome with the cheese wheel is making a
We'll see
difference
if we
in the
can
world.
get Coleman to donate a bunch of little smallmouth thermoses for putting the soup in. You could just hand
Nice.
it out.
Oh wow.
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
It can't
we can
cost
put a
that much to
little,
make them.
Well, we can put a little sticker with the gnome and the cheese wheel on top of that. The Coleman.
Yes. Be more
Is that
human.
gonna be the new
That's
mascot?
your logo, a gnome with the cheese
Is
wheel.
that going to be
more
the
human.
mascot? No.
It
More
could be.
human, and it's going to be a little gnome holding a little Bitcoin cheese ball.
I
Yeah.
think the first thing I'd say to him is, dude, you ever heard of XRP? Yeah, me neither.
You ever heard of XRP? You don't want to talk XRP with a gnome. I promise you that couldn't end well.
Oh my god,
Oh, shit.
XRP.
I have a hard enough time
Man.
talking XRP with normal humans, much less gnomes carrying cheese wheels randomly down the road. Shit.
Right?
The funny shit about XRP. I had one of my employees. His first purchase was XRP. So, like he texted me all happy, and I just replied to him with a little, a skull with the death cross saying good luck. So then, like a couple of weeks ago, he's talking to me. He's like, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. Go ahead, shoot away." And he was like, what do you think I should do about this?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" So he shows me his phone, and it's his XRP holdings. And I was like, "I don't know, man. Sell it for Bitcoin." And he goes, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah, sell it for Bitcoin." So luckily enough, he's like, that money that I lost on XRP, I recovered it on Bitcoin. I was like, "Oh, there you go. It's a learning curve, right?" He goes,
There you
"Yeah,
go.
don't ever talk to me about XRP." I was like, "I never told you to buy XRP." So
Yeah, I still
Like, I
have
don't
some,
know.
but I don't have very much.
Uh,
I sold most of mine at like 50 cents after I bought most of it at about 250. So, whatever.
I think I sold most of mine at, you know, a dollar and change or something like that. I got in right before the whole bubble. I think my first purchase was at 48 cents, and then I just dollar cost average between 48 and 57, and then just got rid of it.
Nice. Yeah, most of mine that I bought at the very beginning, I shouldn't say most of mine, the first XRP I bought, which was far from being the majority of XRP I bought, happened at like 90 cents because that was when I was very first discovering crypto in like November of 2017 after Bitcoin hit 20 grand. I should say the depth of crypto. I had some Bitcoin in 2015, 2016 from a miner, but it was, in 2017 at its peak, it was $15 worth of Bitcoin. So I had barely dipped my feet in the water. My miner blew up halfway and I didn't even care about it anymore until all of a sudden in the news, it was 20 grand and I got my attention back. And so, yeah, I got into XRP at that price. And then I held all the way up through $3 thinking I was like, oh my God, I'm making money on this. Like same with my Tron and all that kind of stuff. And then I held all the way back down and yeah, I bought some, at 250 or something like that, thinking it was going to go up. Watched it go up to 3, thinking I was a fucking genius. And yeah, we all played that game with one coin or another at some point. So
Oh yeah.
it's fun, man. I don't miss trading. I miss trading, but I don't miss it. Right? Like there's an
I
excitement,
don't miss it.
but there's the massive just all day. All you can think about is like, oh fuck, did I just lose all my money in the last 30 seconds because I haven't looked? So there's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
don't
stress.
know. I talked to some of the guys about that, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I can have that stress.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
was too much
just
for me. I don't have the time to sit there and just think about it all day.
No,
It consumed my mind for a while there.
I'm real good at the sell part of it, but then I get too anxious and buy back in too soon.
You're like, shit, I sold it all and now I fucking lost my chance to be a
Right.
millionaire.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
yeah. I
This,
mean,
this
I'm
was
in
a
it
good
for the
one, man.
long haul, so
Right on.
I'm just gonna keep hodling and hodling.
That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about.
It's all about the
Eli,
experience, learning about the tech, and we'll get there.
hell yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
exactly.
get there. We'll get there together, all of us. Eli, thanks for coming on the show tonight, man. We hope you had fun. This was a lot of fun.
Oh
I
no,
love
it was
doing
a
these live
great.
streams.
I mean, I appreciate you guys having me. I know we had to reschedule because my schedule's been tough. So again,
Dude,
I
ours has
appreciate
been
it.
all over the place. It was actually really convenient that we were scheduled for me, so I'm certainly not complaining. I was glad we made this happen.
Right on.
Definitely going to do
Yeah,
it
I mean, it's always
again.
great to catch up with you guys. Again,
Absolutely.
thank you for everything. The last few months, I mean, everything you guys have done. You know, again, shout out to Benza, everybody else, Becca, Lisa, everybody that's donated throughout this whole process.
Hell
You
yeah.
know,
The
I
whole
couldn't
community
do it
pulled
without you
together.
guys.
So
So
Exactly. Oh, you guys are
that's what it's
amazing.
all about. You know, hopefully now that the elections are over, we all just get back to being one community, and we're all in it for the common goal, like we said before. So
Exactly.
let's
Work
just pump our
together, move
bags.
forward.
Exactly.
We got this
Just make America great again and just move together.
the correct
That's
way.
it.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Exactly.
All right, brother.
Yep. And
All
huge
right,
shout
guys.
out to CoinFlip ATMs for sponsoring this episode.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you haven't already, check them out at coinflip.tech. There's a map on there where you can find, you got it right there on the shirt. Get banked,
There you
CoinFlip
go.
ATM, coinflip.tech. There's a map. You can find all the ATM locations in your area. Go try one out. If you don't have one in your area, let us or CoinFlip know, and we can see if we can get one out there.
Right on. Right on. Guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This was a lot of fun. We hope you enjoyed the show. Hopefully we get our content rolling again and get a little bit more regular. We will be doing these religiously on Thursdays, with the exception of Thanksgiving Day. We won't be doing it that Thursday, but otherwise we will be doing these on Thursdays, probably from now until the end of the year. And look forward to seeing you guys join our chat groups. We'll do our best to keep up on the chat and involve everybody in the conversations. And again, we hope you enjoyed this. Big shout out to Eli for coming on the show. Keep doing what you do, man. And you know what?
Thank you, man.
We'll catch you all later.
Exactly. Take it easy, guys.
Take care, guys.
Peace. See ya.